In this quick video guide, we're gonna see how we can export from Blender and import into Mudbox. So the first thing here you want to do is to have something in the scene. So I'm gonna go to Add and go to Mesh and start to add a simple monkey head here, Suzanne, and also let's add another piece here. I will add a simple primitive, a simple cube, and that's it. So let's say that this is our scene that we want to export for sculpting and painting, character design, or jewelry design, product design, whatever in Mudbox. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to export and export in FBX format, select a folder where I can store the FBX and leave the parameters as they are. You won't have any problem. So just give a name to your file. So let's call these from export from Blender to Mudbox, and that's it. So this is the first part, which is pretty easy. Now you also have sculpting and painting tools in Blender, by the way, but Mudbox is a more complex and complete software of sculpting and painting. And so what I'm gonna do here is importing in FBX, and that's gonna be the file that I will import. So I will open it up, and it's telling me here that I have some issue with the mesh, but we're gonna see if it's actually like that. Now I select the two objects that I see there in the object list, and then to frame those, I will go to display and select frame selected, so I can see those in my viewport. And they are both selected, so you can see you can select it from here, or you can select it directly in the scene by using the object selection. Now let's start with Suzanne, and what I'm gonna do here with the mesh menu is add subdivision level in order to have more subdivisions and more polygons and to have more freedom to sculpt and paint. So right click and deselect now, so we can start to sculpt. Now W if you want to see the wireframe. So right now I will turn it off because I only needed to see how many polygons I have there, and then now I also want to deselect the mesh errors, so you won't see the red dots around the model. And now we're ready. So I'm gonna go to Sculpt tool and start to sculpt. We're gonna do a little bit of sculpting, a little bit of painting. Now, the first thing you want to make sure is the size and the strength. You need to figure out the correct size depending on the size of your scene and also the strength. Strength is really important, otherwise you won't see anything. Now, if you hold Control, you will do the opposite of the main feature, which is like, you know, pulling the polygons around. Like, it's kind of sculpting. And if you hold Control, it's gonna be like carving inside. So Control to carve, otherwise just click and drag with the left mouse to sculpt and paint. So you can see that by adding subdivisions, I can work into really fine details on the mesh. And again, this is just a brief explanation example of what you can do. Now, if you want to paint, you can select the paint tools, and the first time you're gonna hit with the left click of the mouse is gonna ask you to create a paint layer. So this is what we're doing right now. We are basically creating a map and a texture on which we can paint on. So let me change the color here, and let's make it black, and also decrease the size of the brush. And right now I'm also using a stamp image, so I'm not painting with a simple brush, but I'm using also an image and a randomization of that stroke. So that's a way, and there are so many features here in Mudbox that you can use in painting and sculpting. So if you're interested, check the Mudbox video course. And as well, if you are interested in Blender, you can check our Blender video course if you want to know more. So you can see here I'm painting around with a bigger brush, and you can also use the erase to erase parts that are not needed. So, and you can see there I'm erasing those parts on the ears and also here on the cube. I don't want those. Well, that's basically it. So this is a rough, again, and quick explanation of how you can export and import in Mudbox. So you can see you have many painting tools here, many sculpting tools, and all of this is in the Mudbox video course. So thanks for watching, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated. Join the channel if you want to support us, and if you want to help us to create more videos, video guides, video courses. And check our other videos, video guides and video courses about Blender and Mudbox and other sculpting and painting software. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video guide.